CAC up 60% in 5 years. Yet some CMOs are pulling further ahead. What's the fundamental mistake that's widening that gap?
Most teams are still treating acquisition as a media buying problem. They see CAC rise, they optimize ad spend, they test new creatives. But the CMOs winning right now have reframed the entire question. They're not asking how to acquire customers cheaper, they're asking how to make each customer worth dramatically more.
So it's a unit economics play, not a channel play.
Exactly. Take Duolingo. Their CAC on paid channels is high, but their viral loop through streaks, social sharing, and leaderboards means roughly 70% of new users come through organic or referral. They've engineered acquisition into the product itself. That fundamentally changes the math.
What about companies that aren't product-led growth candidates? B2B, enterprise, traditional retail.
Chewy is a great example outside pure SaaS. They have one of the highest CACs in e-commerce, but their LTV to CAC ratio is exceptional because of ruthless retention engineering, the handwritten cards, the flowers when a pet dies. That emotional lock-in means a customer acquired once generates revenue for a decade. The acquisition cost becomes almost irrelevant.
But most CMOs can't just redesign their entire retention model. What's the immediate lever they can actually pull?
First-party data infrastructure, right now. Apple's privacy changes and the deprecation of third-party cookies have gutted the efficiency of Meta and Google targeting for most brands. Some are seeing CPAs up 30 to 40% on those channels alone. CMOs at companies like Sephora built robust first-party data ecosystems years ago, and today they're targeting with precision that competitors simply cannot replicate through paid platforms.
How does a CMO make the business case to the CFO for that infrastructure investment when the payoff is indirect?
You frame it as reducing platform dependency risk. Show the CFO what a 20% increase in Meta CPMs does to your EBITDA, because that scenario is not hypothetical. It has already happened. Then show what owned channels like email, SMS, and loyalty programs cost per conversion versus paid social. At Starbucks, their loyalty program now drives over 50% of U.S. revenue. That's an acquisition and retention engine that costs a fraction of paid media per transaction.
What about brands earlier in the journey who can't afford to wait 3 years for a loyalty ecosystem to mature?
Partner acquisition. Find brands with adjacent audiences and overlapping values. Build co-marketing programs with shared data agreements. It's how smaller DTC brands have survived the iOS 14 fallout, so on shared audiences, shared costs, full first-party data capture on both sides.
One thing a CMO should do this week based on everything you've said.
Pull your LTV to CAC ratio by acquisition channel, segment it by customer cohort, and identify your single highest value cohort. Then reverse engineer exactly where those customers came from and double investment there. Stop averaging your data. The insight is always in the segments.